As crazy as it sounds, it's been almost 1 year since Super Mario Bros. Wonder released. Or maybe more than a year, depending on how long it takes me to edit. But regardless, recently, I got the urge to go back and play the game for a second time and see if it holds up 1 year later. So does it? That's the question I'm here to answer today. I've now 100%ed this game twice in a year, and we're going to talk about if 1 year after its release, I've said that a lot of times already, if it's still among the greatest Mario games ever made, and perhaps the greatest 2D Mario game ever made. So what's the verdict? Let's get right into it and find out. Can I start off this video with a hot take? I think Sun-Baked Desert is the greatest 2D Mario world ever. Full stop. I know that's kind of a random thought, but I think it represents everything that's so good about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. First off, the levels in this world are stunning. This is something I'd say applies to a lot of Wonder's levels, but there's something special about Sun-Baked Desert. The way those wispy, sandy winds blow and that vibrant sky changes from day to night just pops every time I play the levels in this world. Speaking of the world, I love its layout. Wonder's more open, interactable world maps are a vast improvement on the linear, lifeless maps of the series past, but Sun-Baked Desert takes it to the next level. There's levels hidden behind walls, hidden deep in the desert, and hidden by small puzzles that you need to solve on the overworld. It's nothing awfully intricate, but it's still extremely endearing. Speaking of endearing, the levels in this world are so fun. There's the adorable Ninja Jump Party, wherein you run through a shiny Ninja Disco Party. Then you've got Color Switch Dungeon, which is a tricky multi-part stage built off of clever color switches. Then there's Secrets of Shova Mansion, which has one of the most clever secret flagpole spots in the entire game. And there's other levels that I didn't mention that are still awesome in Sun-Baked Desert. I think Sun-Baked Desert embraces everything that's great about this game. Charm, exploration, fun. You could say it makes you feel wonder. Good one. And even on my second playthrough, I never lost that feeling of wonder. That was a concern for some with this game. Would the wonder effects hold up on multiple playthroughs once you've experienced them already for the first time? And I think the answer is an unequivocal yes. To prove it, quick, top 5 wonder effects, let's go. Number 5, I've got the wonder effect in Maw Maw Mouthful. Turning into a Goomba isn't as mind-blowing now as it could have been before, thanks to Mario Odyssey, but I'll always get a kick out of it. And I'd argue that this transformation is more engaging and interesting than Odyssey's. When you grab the Wonder Flower in this level and become a Goomba, you walk very slowly and thus become susceptible to rolling boulders and hungry Maw-Maws on your path. It adds an element of stealth to Mario, which you never really see, but is super fun. Number 4, Wavy Ride Through the Magma Tube. This one isn't incredibly challenging or engaging, but it's just absurd and so awesome. A massive spike statue comes to life and starts shooting flaming boulders at you that you've got to dodge until the timer runs out. Sometimes it's good to just be simplistic, and this wonder effect does that while also being a thrill. Number 3, Up Shroom, Down Shroom. There are so many amazing wonder effects that utilize music. I restrained myself from making this top 5 list exclusively of those levels, but I had to throw in a few. I think we all know which ones come in later, but don't sleep on how this effect turns Up Shroom, Down Shroom into a pumpkin rave? Would that be accurate? I don't know, but it's a thrill to run through, super colorful, and has great theming for this time of the year. Late October, heading into Halloween. Perfect for this fall season. Number 2, Where the Roombas Rule. When I saw this wonder effect in one of the game's trailers, I knew this Wonder Flower gimmick was gonna be awesome. In this one, you turn into a rampaging, spiky ball and have to roll through the path in the allotted time, and it's just super fun to control. The sound design on this one is amazing too, from the bowling sound effects to the helper flowers yelling, "Roll, roll, roll!" It's as amazing as it is silly and enthralling. Number 1, Was there any doubt that it was going to be Piranha plants on parade? There may be wonder effects in this game that are prettier, more fun, or more challenging than this one, but no moment in Mario Wonder is more shocking than grabbing the Wonder Flower on this level and seeing those Piranha plants begin their performance. Even if you practically memorized every trailer before the game came out, like I did, this moment still shocked you. I was speechless playing through this level on my first playthrough, and it's still a blast to run through on a replay. It's everything that's great about these wonder effects, and Mario Wonder itself for that matter. Adorable, hilarious, shocking, and loads of fun. It just has to be #1 on this list. Whew, that was a lot. Look, I've been giving the game a lot of praise, so we have to address the elephant in the room, and the aspect of Mario Wonder that most people straight up dislike: the boss battles. So the question becomes, do I dislike these boss battles as much as so many people do? Do they bring down the experience so much with their utter uncreativity? I mean, I don't love these boss fights, and I wouldn't put any of them in my top 5 Mario boss fights list. They're definitely a step up from the Koopalings boss fights. Not a huge step up, but a step up from those boss fights in the previous games. And each one is still engaging and unique. That said, it's pretty shocking that the developers of this game had so many incredible ideas for wonder effects, but they didn't seem to have nearly as much inspiration for these boss fights. I will say this, the final boss fight with Bowser is awesome. Speaking of that top 5 list, this boss fight I think is a real consideration for making such a list. It is so cool. First of all, I just love the colors in play in this fight. Bowser's a vibrant mix of neon green and pink, the floors light up pink and blue, and the lighting and sky in the background are that of a rainbow. The gameplay is stellar too. It involves music and jumping to the beat, which is always a surefire way to create a great Mario Wonder level, and you've got to time your jumps to attack Bowser's hands and face while also dodging his attacks. It is a great fight, and I wish every boss battle in Wonder could have been this awesome. Regardless though, this fight is incredible and unforgettable. Well, we discussed a good amount of Mario Wonder, but there's one more thing I want to bring up. Is the final test badge marathon the hardest level in Mario history? I'm seriously debating this. Every Mario game has its final insanely difficult level, but I can't remember having as much trouble with any of them as I did with the final test badge marathon. I mean, the part where you have to hop around the flaming things with the spring jump badge, that is just crazy. But then, if this level wasn't brutal enough, the final challenge is bouncing on a bunch of blooms with no floor below you while wearing the invisibility badge. This part is just unfair. I felt like I could hear the developers laughing at me as I tried and failed to get through this final part. It almost felt like sheer luck when I finally managed to find my way to the flagpole after hours of trying. But is it harder than the perfect run in Galaxy 2? I don't think so. At least in Wonder's final test, you're allowed to bring some power-ups and you get a few flags to save your progress. If you didn't have either of those at your disposal, this would easily be the hardest Mario level ever. And so much so that I don't think I would have 100%ed this game because I don't think I would have completed this level. But you do get those advantages, and the flags allow a bit of room for error. So I think the badge challenge would land at #2 on that hardest Mario levels list. Boy, I've got a lot of lists to make, apparently, after this video. It's still absolutely insane, though. It's very hard. My Switch says I have around 20 hours of playtime on Wonder, and I swear, at least 5 of those hours were spent trying to complete this damn level on my 2 playthroughs. It's certainly a fun level if you can, separate it from the insanity that is the difficulty of it, and it reminds you how good the badge gimmick is in this game. So much fun, so much opportunity for gameplay variety with those badges, but it is undoubtedly a pain of a level, and I am not looking forward to it when I eventually go back to Mario Wonder down the line. Well, that's about all I wanted to talk about here on the 1-year anniversary of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I didn't want to make this a full retrospective. I just wanted to talk about some stuff that stayed in my mind 1 year after the game's release. So, is it the greatest 2D Mario ever? I think so. Look, I wouldn't blame you for taking Mario World or Mario 3 or heck, even New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. But for my money, this is the greatest 2D Mario ever. It's so fun, so full of life, so surprising. I mean, I've 100%ed this game twice, and I haven't regretted a second of it. So I don't know if that's a hot take, but I think it is the greatest 2D Mario ever, and one of my favorite games, I think, of all time. But let me know what you think. Do you think Mario Wonder is the greatest 2D Mario of all time? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Regardless, let me know in the comments below. And also, tell me your favorite Wonder effect. You know mine is Piranha Plants on Parade, and I bet a lot of you agree with me. But if you have a dissenting opinion, make sure to let me know. There's so many good Wonder effects, it's kind of hard to have a wrong answer to that question. So leave it in the comments below. Leave it in the comments below. I got like a southern twang for a second there. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Sorry that it took so long to make this one. I've been like battling pneumonia right now, real story. So it's been hard. I wanted to have an Echoes of Wisdom review up by now, but that game took me way longer than I expected. I'm working on it though, and I'm working on a review for that game too. It's peak, obviously, game of the year, but how good is it? You'll have to wait until my review of the game. Regardless though, this video is about Mario Wonder and it is over. So if you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, comment below your favorite Wonder effect, and I'll see you guys in the next one.